It was a warm summer afternoon in June 2025, the kind of peaceful day that draws people from all over California and Nevada to the turquoise waters of Lake Tahoe. Families and tourists came to fish, relax, swim, and enjoy the calm breeze blowing over the largest alpine lake in North America. For a group of 10 people, including locals and out-of-town guests, the day promised to be just that: calm, fun, and memorable. They boarded a 27-foot Chris-Craft motorboat, a sleek and reliable pleasure vessel known for its comfort and performance. The boat launched from the area near DL Bliss State Park, on the lake's west shore. The sun was shining, the skies were mostly clear, and no one imagined the unimaginable that was about to happen. Among the 10 passengers were adults, young people, and at least one child. Some had been to Tahoe before, others were seeing its beauty for the first time. There were life jackets on board, though not all were wearing them. There was no panic, no concern. In fact, many believed it was one of the best days to be out on the water. According to the National Weather Service, by around 4:30 p.m., a fast-moving thunderstorm system was forming above the Sierra Nevada mountains, moving toward the lake at alarming speed. Within a span of just 30 minutes, the weather had gone from peaceful to perilous. Meteorologists noted that this particular system was a convective storm, the kind known to intensify quickly and deliver high winds, heavy rain, and dangerous wave activity. By the time boaters on Lake Tahoe began to feel the wind pick up, it was already too late for many to return to shore. Gusts reached 30 knots, nearly 55 kilometers per hour, and the waves began rising fast, building to heights of 6 to 8 feet, or nearly 2.5 meters. For a large commercial vessel, these conditions are stressful. For a 27-foot recreational boat, they can be deadly. Witnesses described the waves as unusually high for Tahoe, a lake known more for its still, glassy water than for anything like a storm surge. But that afternoon, the lake turned violent. And it happened in near silence, with almost no time for those on board to prepare. The boat carrying the group of 10 was overcome by a series of massive waves. One survivor would later recall that the boat seemed to rise up, get struck from the side, and flip almost instantly. Several passengers were thrown overboard immediately. Others were trapped as the boat capsized and rolled in the storm-tossed lake. The cold water, around 55 degrees Fahrenheit or 13 degrees Celsius, sapped body heat and energy quickly. Visibility was near zero due to wind-blown spray and rain. Panic followed. In the water, people struggled to stay afloat, cling to debris, or find loved ones in the chaos. Some had life jackets. Others didn't. The lake was now roaring, every few seconds another wave slammed down from above. It was no longer a recreational outing. It was a fight for survival. Around 4:36 p.m., emergency services began receiving distress calls. Eyewitnesses on nearby boats and along the shoreline called 911. They reported a vessel in trouble, and people in the water. Within minutes, the U.S. Coast Guard, local sheriff departments, and rescue teams from both California and Nevada launched a massive search and rescue operation. Helicopters were deployed. Search boats sped toward the last known location. But the storm made everything more difficult. Visibility remained poor, and the waves made precision navigation extremely dangerous. 2 survivors were pulled from the water. One was a woman who had managed to cling to a floating section of the overturned boat. The other was a man, found unconscious but still breathing, after drifting for over 20 minutes. He later told emergency responders that it felt like the boat was hit by a wall of water, and that no one had seen the storm coming until it was too late. If you found this story as powerful as we did, like, comment, and subscribe. More real maritime events coming soon.